There's some pesto here as well. That smells really good. So I'm just going to give this a try now. That's yummy. It does surprisingly taste like pizza as well. Remember that from the first time I made it. Hi everyone and welcome back to Gugu's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis and in today's video I want to share with you how to make a delicious cheese and pesto omelette. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make a really delicious omelette. So this recipe is really easy to do. It is slightly time consuming but the efforts are worth the result. This is slightly like a pizza omelette. When I was making this dish, I actually wanted to originally make pizza, but unfortunately I didn't have any bases for pizza, so I decided to make an omelette instead, and it turned out really well. So I thought I'd share the recipe with you today. So the first thing I have done is I have peeled and chopped about 600 grams worth of potatoes. In the original recipe this does serve 4, so it is 800 in the original recipe, and I will link the recipe in the description box below for you. So I'm just going to pop those into my baking tray, and then I'm going to add olive oil. I've also preheated my oven as well, so I can just put these potatoes straight in after I've tossed them in the oil. And I also want to say that you will need a high-sided baking tray like this, because you're going to fill it with egg later. So it's best to have a high-sided baking tray like this. This is a Pampered Chef stoneware baking tray. Pampered Chef no longer exists in the UK anymore, which is really sad, unfortunately. I really like that company, but they did make the best stoneware. And stoneware, what stoneware does, it absorbs the badness and just keeps the goodness. So it's really great for cooking things like omelettes and potatoes. It's so good at cooking potatoes, roast potatoes obviously. So I've put the potatoes in there and I've tossed them in the oil, and I'm going to put these into the oven now for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until they start to go a lovely golden brown colour. While the potatoes are cooking in the oven, I'm going to cook off some vegetables that I want to put into this omelette. So I've put a large frying pan and I'm going to put this onto a high heat on my hob, and I'm going to add a little bit of oil to the base. And while I wait for this to heat up, if you watch my videos regularly, you probably know what's coming, but if you are enjoying this video today and you want to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you did really enjoy this video today, then please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions or any queries, then please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. I love hearing from you and I love answering your questions. And everything like that really helps me out, and I would really appreciate it as well. So as I said, I'm just going to leave this pan to heat up now. The pan is getting nice and hot, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a leek. I have just simply removed the top and the bottom from the leek, and then I've just simply sliced it into about 1/2 centimetre pieces. It doesn't have to be an exact science, but smaller pieces tend to cook quicker, so that's why I always like to use smaller pieces. And I'm just going to fry this leek now until it starts to soften and go clear. This should take around about 3 to 5 minutes. The leek has started to soften beautifully and it's started to go clear. It's also started to go a lovely golden brown colour in places as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 1 red pepper. So I've simply sliced the top from the red pepper, removed the core and the stalk, and then I've just sliced and diced the flesh. So I'm just going to pop that into the frying pan as well. Now, red pepper normally takes a little while to cook, so this will probably take a good 5 minutes before it starts to soften. It doesn't really matter too much, you don't have to have it too soft because it will be cooking in an omelette, but just get it slightly soft and that will be perfect. So I'm just going to cook this now for a good 5 minutes, I'd say. It's not cooked quite yet, but the base of my pan is getting slightly too hot, so I'm going to turn the heat down to a medium heat, and then I'm just going to add in a little bit of water as well, and that will hopefully help to cook the pepper slightly quicker. So if you wanted to cook it quicker, then just turn the heat down and add a little bit of water to stop it from sticking, and then hopefully it should soften beautifully, which I think it is doing now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 1 courgette. So I've just simply peeled and grated a courgette. I tend to grate the courgette because I find it cooks quicker. And also my husband and son aren't really great vegetable fans either, so I always find that if I grate it they don't know it's in there, especially in an omelette as well. With pesto they tend to eat a lot, so it's a good way to get vegetables in them. I'm a bit of a sneaky mama like that, but as I said, it also cooks slightly quicker. But if you didn't want to grate it, you could always peel and slice it and dice it if you want to. But as I said, I just really like to grate things like courgette because they cook slightly quicker and nobody knows it's in there either. So I'm just going to continue to stir these vegetables round like so. And then I'm going to set these aside now. I'm going to leave them to cool while the potatoes are cooking in the oven, and then once the potatoes are cooked I will take everything out and start to combine everything to make an omelette. So I'll see you when the potatoes are done. The potatoes have started to turn a lovely golden brown colour on the top, so I'm going to remove these from the oven now. I might flip them over so they get a little bit browner on the other side, but I'm also going to add the egg and all the other ingredients on as well. I have flipped the potatoes over using this spatula, so hopefully the bottoms will get nice and golden brown with the egg on top as well. And then I've scrambled about 6 eggs in this bowl. So for this recipe I think I said to use 6 to 8 eggs, and that should serve 4 people really well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the ingredients that I fried off earlier into the egg. And then I'm going to add my pesto. So I've just made some pesto, and the recipe for my pesto I will link in the description box below for you. So I'm going to add about 2 heaped tablespoons, or forkfuls as you can see there. And then I'm going to add some nutritional yeast to this. Now, nutritional yeast is a plant-based food. It isn't a yeast, it's actually a plant. It smells like cheese and it tastes like cheese. It just doesn't melt like cheese. So I have a slight dairy intolerance. So if you don't have a dairy intolerance, you could use a hard cheese like Parmesan or cheddar with this as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add 2 big heaped tablespoons into the bowl like so, and then I'm going to mix all of these ingredients together like that. And then once that's done, I should pour this over the top of my potatoes, and I will put this back into the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes again. And by that time the potatoes will be lovely and soft, and all of this will be cooked, and hopefully we will have a delicious dinner on our hands as well. It smells really good already in here, and it's not even started cooking yet. So yes, I'm just going to try and even that out a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to the top as well. Salt and pepper to your taste. If you don't want to add it, then you don't have to. So I've just added a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, and I'm going to just try and even that omelette out as much as I can. Just spread it across the base of the baking tray like so. Make sure everybody gets an even amount. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this, as I said, into the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until it goes golden brown on top. The omelette has been in the oven for about 25 minutes, and as you can see it's got a lovely golden brown colour. So I'm going to take this out, leave it to cool, and then I will serve some, try it and let you know how it tastes. But it smells so good, I can't wait. As promised, honest, I thought I would let you know how it tastes. It smells really good, so I'm going to grab a piece of the egg and the potato. There's some pesto here as well. That smells really good. So I'm just going to give this a try now. That's yummy. It does surprisingly taste like pizza as well. I remember that from the first time I made it. So yes, we're having this for dinner this evening and I'm really looking forward to it. That's how you make my delicious cheese and pesto omelette, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be having this for our dinner this evening and it smells and tastes so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.